Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Sorry for that, a little bit of technical difficulties. We were kind of just getting everything sorted out, but we are here. We're obviously very excited, but a couple things to kind of get out through in the top of this. A couple of announcements. So we've kind of changed some of the point values and stuff like that for some of the different things you can actually interact with in the game. So if you guys have seen down there, you actually can use channel points and bits to have an impact on the action that happens here in this game in real time. I actually keep a little notepad every single week on when you guys actually give me or Ben or anybody else here a +1, -1, all that fun stuff. So whenever you guys get channel points, make sure you use them. Also, if you guys want to use bits, you actually can utilize bits to give inspiration or advantage. So advantage is going to give our players the opportunity to roll advantage whenever they choose to. On the next roll, excuse me. For 100 bits, and then for 500 bits you can actually gift a player inspiration, so that way they can actually use that inspiration dice whenever they so choose. And I will keep that, of course, a little tracker of that as we're kind of going through this evening. Also, a couple other things that we got going on here. We actually have been talking a little bit about gear for the past couple weeks. We're actually in the process of kind of looking for some artists to actually work with us for some designs for some of the gear related to some of the things that have happened on stream. There's a couple of things that I actually have some visions for that I want to work with an artist. So if there's anybody out there that wants to help with that, more than happy to have you. Also, we're still doing that one-on-one coaching. All the links for all this kind of stuff, down, by the way, is all down in the About Me section down there below on the bottom of this Blue Collar DM stream. And then, other than that, that is all the announcements I actually have before we jump in tonight. Ben, do you have anything going on over there with Clan McQ Gaming and the stuff going on your YouTube side of things?
Not right now. There's some stuff kind of in the works, but nothing solid. Just trying to stay active here. And over on Twitter, I was going to say, is a good place. If you got any suggestions or anything you'd like to see, feel free to go check out Clan McQ on YouTube and watch the videos we got there and leave us a comment, a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. When we do have more content for you, you're in the know.
Awesome. And then Ashley, what do you guys going on? What do you guys have going on over there? And are you sure you want to do that and all the other family members of this awesome community, basically?
We have a few things. So again, Icewind Dale is coming out soon, so we will have that up, the stream probably in a few weeks. So far, right now though, we have our latest video up interviewing with, and we had B-Day Walters and Melee Damage. Next Saturday, this Saturday coming up, we will have Duke Shot Questers, so tune in at Are You Sure You Want to Do That? You can also find me on Twitter and on Instagram and in Discord. I'm kind of everywhere. With Are You Sure You Want to Do That, or Ashley the Bard, or I'll just put links and stuff so that way you can find it.
Yeah, put links in the chat. And then obviously, Ben, you can do so as well. And all the different social medias that we're also on here for the Blue Collar DM are also down in that About Me section. But unless there's anything else, guys, let's dive into today's adventure. All right. So, last we left off, our group of adventurers were investigating the disappearances of a number of individuals of town of Timberwood. After some keen investigation, along with some attacks by some werewolves, you were able to discern the culprit of the disappearances, an alchemist named Hafira Incuus, who had been testing and experimenting with the curse of the lycanthropy on these poor individuals that had been disappearing in order to create some sort of superior laborer for whatever known reason you weren't able to discern. After this individual became aggressive, attacking you all on sight, you noticed this dragonborn individual was not what she seemed. Worms seemed to form much of her actual being, giving her life, and began to literally lash out at a bunch of you as you guys were fighting her. After some time, you were able to slay this alchemist, rescue a man named Henry who you had been tasked to find, and return back to the town of Timberwood, after a quick stop with what is basically a local witch coven who happened to occupy this forest as well. After striking a deal, one that definitely won't bite you guys in the butt later on down the line, Timmick decided to later then transform into a dairy cow on the way home. However, he instead wild-shaped into a werewolf himself. Apparently, some of the effects of this curse may have stuck with at least one of you guys. After dropping off Henry, you guys decided to have a moment of respite at the Full Bears pub, where Roburn had a message for you, Shirley, from your father, who requested your presence back home as soon as possible. After another night of merriment and rest, you all awaken in your quarters at the Full Bears pub, and that is where we left off. Everyone, what would you like to do?
Oh, I'm hungry.
I'm hungry too. I'm really. You know what? No, I'm not very thirsty. Not after last night.
How's your head treating you?
It doesn't feel very good, Maury. You know what regret feels like?
Yeah, you.
It feels like regret.
I know what it looks like.
Does it look like this? Because I feel like it should look like this.
I think that's precisely what it looks like.
Yeah.
That's all right. Sometimes it takes us a little longer to learn lessons for some, but that's all right. I'm here with you, girl.
I think Timmick offers me milk one more time. I might just have to find a dairy cow and hit him with it.
Yeah,
I was already awake, and I come
don't even
running
know
in
if what
with
he's
the
actually
floor.
given us is.
What do you do, Timmick?
I've already been awake, and I come running in to give her a glass of nice, warm, fresh trough milk.
Timmick,
I try to catch his attention.
out of the room.
No.
Sure cure for a hangover.
It's perfect.
Timmick, why do you have access to the room?
So
Oh my
your roommate let me in.
I'm sorry.
Maury,
about
why?
that. I just thought we were all one big happy family. So my
Not
house,
when he's
your
giving
house.
milk.
Is that from you, Timmick, or is that actual milk from something else?
That's
Oh
actual
my
milk.
All right.
Something else. Not sure what.
I'm not sure how it works with the milk from you. With that's something we might have to explore at a later time.
Yes, let me know when you're ready to try.
Are you going to try milking him, Maury?
It's quite interesting to think about. I can't get milk from him now, but I can. Well, depending on.
Come here, Maury. Come here, Timmick. Let's try to milk you right now.
Well, now careful.
Not a cat, right?
That's the other thing.
Cat
Can
milk.
you no longer?
This is a
Can you
whole
no
other
longer turn?
road to go
Is it
down.
impossible to turn into a dairy cow?
I mean, is it possible to turn into a dairy cow? It's possible for Timmick to turn into a dairy cow. I can't
don't
turn
know.
into a
The
dairy
last
cow.
time he tried it, he turned into a wolf.
This is true.
This is true. Shirley, when did
Maybe
you get
dairy
in
cows-
here?
I imagine I just walked up and I just have a coffee in my hands and I'm just standing in the doorway I've been
I'm still in
here.
pajamas.
Well, some
Pajamas.
some of us.
Sleep in your armor?
No, I'm.
No.
What if you got attacked at night? You need to sleep in your armor.
I don't know what kind of barbarian you are, but I need to sleep and be able to move.
All right, next time a pack of cultists come rushing into your room to kill you in the night, you don't have your armor on. Don't
Why
blame
would
me.
a pack of cultists come into the room?
They might be looking for some kind of crazy orb or something. I don't know.
Or those mushrooms. Who knows? They seem pretty. I don't know if fancy's the correct term.
They're different.
Special.
I wonder
Put that way.
what we can do with these mushrooms. Maybe we can grind them up. and like throw it at people. That's like, we're in battle with.
Maybe.
Or rub them on a weapon. I don't know.
I was gonna say maybe that Alchemist Journal has more information about them. They clearly
seemed like they were
picked
being
that.
harvested in there.
I was gonna say they picked that cave for a reason, I would assume. Usually with, powerful magics like that, there's either a geographical or a some sort of like alignment of the stars, something about a location if you're trying to, create something new in particular. Use a certain location, or at least from my studies, that's what I understand.
I'll try reading the book, and I'll grab it from the nightstand. Is there anything in this book that tells me about that?
There's a number of different things about all kinds of different alchemical kind of experiments and properties. Go ahead and give me just a general investigation check to just try to discern precisely the specific things you're looking for those mushrooms.
Can you do me a favor? Oh wait, never mind. I got it. Because I just can't get one thing.
Investigation. So with a 9, you take your time kind of looking through it. It takes you a lot longer than you would have normally would have liked it. Over the course of the next hour, you are able to still kind of learn a little bit. You do find a couple passages about these mushrooms, more about how they're kind of used in the formation of the lycanthropy cure or antidote that you guys carry with you. You do find a little bit on the actual volatility of this actual physical mushroom. And you do gather that it would do something if it was maybe ground up and created and mixed with some other kind of reagent in order to create some sort of poison, but you're not 100% sure necessarily from these notes what that actual reagent would be or what you would need to mix with it in order to be able to make it more potent.
Okay, so over the past hour, I would have said, as I kicked everyone out.
Right. Of course.
Gotten ready and came downstairs, hair is braided into pigtails. See the guys just sit down eating, watch Timmick drink that chunky, gross ass milk. Give him a face you're weird. And then explain that the situation with these mushrooms. I think if they had other things, if I had other things, I think it would either be able to cure this werewolf situation, or I might be able to kill somebody with it.
Both those things could be useful. We'll definitely have to dig a little deeper.
I think we're all cured now, so let's just kill some people.
Who?
I don't know. Anybody you need to...
Oh, with the mushrooms. Okay, I thought you just meant some. I'm sorry.
No, not in general. No, use it the next time we need to find somebody and kill them. We'll have a little advantage.
I'm with him.
Thank you.
Now,
I'd like to. Oh, sorry.
No, I'm just wondering how long we have till we need to go see your father. Shirley, it's I don't know how long the travel is. I don't know how quickly he needs you. Is it an emergency that we leave right now?
I imagine if it was emergent, he would have sent more than just a message. He probably would have sent a messenger as well. So we probably have some amount of time, but more than likely, my father is not a man to unnecessarily do things. So maybe if we want to pick up a job along the way, we have to head through Deermeadow, and it appears there's a few quests there that we could take care of. But we probably don't want to go the other direction, as I should attend to this with somewhat haste.
Well, that sounds like a fair plan to me.
I do have one question. Can I get a couple bottles of wine to go?
No.
The not so strong stuff, because maybe I don't need that anymore.
It could be a treat when we come back to the Full Bear.
I don't want to come back to the Full Bear.
She just
Roburn
met
kinda
the dwarf drinker under the bus.
Roburn kind of sits up at the bar and goes, "Yes, Miss Juliet, how can I help you?"
Can I have like a bottle of your not so strong, but still kind of sort of strong? So like if I'm having a really bad day, or like Shirley's playing the bagpipes, I can just drink.
All right. Some 2 copper Charlies. All right, 1 second. And he kind of turns around. He kind of reaches down below, grabs a couple of passes as wine. There's a couple different varieties that he has. What ones specifically are you looking for?
I'm not really that picky, if you haven't or couldn't tell by now.
I mean, I thought you were. Were buying the most expensive stuff here. So for the 2
That
bottles,
was just because it was the strongest.
well, I did warn you. We've got 2 bottles here of the 2 copper Charles here, if you want. So that'd be 4 copper for the 2 bottles.
Okay, do we still have money that's left over from last night?
Take him and get out of here.
Okay.
I want to
Thank you.
hand him my water skin and ask him to fill up with milk for me.
Absolutely.
Oh,
He takes the water skin. You see him like holding it underneath, and like this like weird trough. It just goes. Bloop, 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 bloop. You hear like the bubbling of the air escaping from inside the water skin. He goes, caps it off. You see the water skin is now just like kind of soaked in like, however many day old's milk this is, and he just kind of hands it off to you. It's like, if you keep it in there long enough, it might turn into cheese, but it might take you a while.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I like my milk extra chunky.
Yeah.
Oh, God. It's gonna just be cheese whiz.
Pretty soon.
We've invented cheese whiz.
Maybe I'll mix some mushrooms into it.
That doesn't sound half bad.
Don't use my mushrooms. Find your own mushrooms.
I will. I'll turn into a pig and I'll go snuffle through the forest.
You could turn into a pig?
Maybe. I don't take requests though.
Maybe you can turn into like a little piglet.
Well,
Oh
if
boy.
I turn into a little piglet, does that mean somebody's going to carry me? Because I'm just going to slow everybody down.
I'll just carry you, because you're a piglet.
I'd rather walk. I'll stay a dwarf.
So
I feel that's the best bet.
yeah. So how far away is Deermeadow? And then, well, I guess because like I don't know. I'm assuming my character would be familiar with that.
Yeah. No, you'd definitely be familiar with that. Based on your travels and just kind of being from this northern area, it would take you probably about anywhere between 2 and 3 days to get from Timberwood to Deermeadow.
Okay, and then from there, probably about the same amount to Nulgrim.
Yes.
Okay.
So you're talking about a week's worth of travel to get from your current location up to Nulnrim if you just straight line try to get there using the main road.
Okay. I mean, that sounds reasonable for, because again, if it was super important, I feel like we'd either gotten ascending or a messenger with like an escort or something, more than just like, hey, come home. So I'm okay with that amount of, like,
Yeah.
we can just walk or what have you, if everybody's cool with that.
You could buy a wagon.
I was gonna say, because I'm assuming we returned that wagon since we technically just rented it, and we returned a wagon without destroying it. Let me just note that, because
I think we returned it with bodies in it, though.
Maybe
like
we
they
clean
should-
that.
I think
like
they
they
might be a little bit chunkier than his milk.
They should have paid us for that. It's coming back a little extra.
that might be an upcharge in the future.
So is there anybody here that sells wagons?
Yeah, no, there's that same individual that you met before that sells wagons. And he can give you the same rate that you had before for the couple days that you're going to be traveling.
I mean,
Are you looking to
outright
rent
buy
it or buy it? Oh, outright buy it? Okay. We don't need to RP this, but just basically generally to outright buy a wagon with... Are you looking to buy horses too to go with it?
What's
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
a
would hope.
mule, a horse, something.
Yeah.
Just
Okay, if you were to buy a mule instead of horses, if you were to buy 2 mules, it would cost you 10 silver pieces. If you're going to outright buy a cart with horses, it's going to cost you 5 gold pieces.
That's not bad at all.
No.
How many horses does that buy?
It buys you 2.
I was gonna say, do we want horses or do we want mules?
I think
I would pick horses.
Horses are faster.
couple of nice draft horses pulling some. I mean, we got a lot of weight with all the armor, and I'm not me and Shirley aren't small fellas.
This is true.
No.
No,
Didn't we-
oh,
We got gold last week, didn't we?
We sure did. I don't mind swinging the 5 gold. I can take care of that if it's gonna get us a cart and 2 horses.
How much gold did we get?
Oh, we got about 50 gold apiece if I dealt it out right.
wait, we got gold? Why don't I
Yes.
remember this?
Well, I think
Well,
Maury
there's
is
a lot of reasons for that, Juliet.
our inventory supply specialist.
Oh, there we go.
You don't remember in that
I do
cave?
that. No.
I found 200 gold in that cave, and I split it evenly amongst you, my friend. So it's I gave you each 50.
She
might
looks
not
at her
remember
coin
this.
purse. Oh, I didn't even know I had this.
You it may have washed away, if you know what I mean, the memory of that money. And well, Timok, I think you might be a little lighter in the purse because you did buy literally everybody drinks that night.
I did?
I thought that was Shirley.
Oh yeah, I bought everybody milk.
He bought a round of milk for the
There
entire
was
place.
And that's
Why?
a busy.
But yeah, I'll go ahead and foot the bill for those horses.
Okay. Yeah, easy enough. So just deduct the 5 gold pieces for the horses in the cart.
You got it, sir.
And these horses that you get they're horses. They're not like the most. They're not exactly the youngest group of horses. The 2 that you get, but they're serviceable. They'll be able to pull your cart, which is large enough to carry at least the 4 of you, with a few extra supplies if you have them, but not too much more than that. It's fairly compact.
Can I talk to the horses?
Yeah, now leave Dale alone.
Sure.
Hi.
Hi. Hi.
I'm just like petting like its face and like just all up in it, like just you're so cute.
Oh, that feels good.
if you're ever uncomfortable or you ever need a break, you just say something and we'll stop.
All right, I hit the reins to try to get the runner over.
Something. Oh, wait, we go now.
No,
we go now.
no, calm down. That's just Timmick. He's an asshole.
I mean, but the slappy things hit me. What do I do?
You're gonna wait until I get in the cart, and then we're gonna go.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
As soon as she
What's your
walks
name?
away, I hit it, so they start going without her.
We go. And
Stop.
they actually start going. However, these guys aren't the most fleet of foot, and they start going, but it's like a like they're barely even moving. Like it's faster than walking, but it ain't much faster.
All right, I'm gonna get
Like
in the
a
cart.
casual jog.
Yeah, basically a casual jog. Yeah.
I'm gonna jump in the cart, and then I'm gonna hit Timmick's shoulder.
Give me an athletics check to get back in the cart.
Okay. Oh. I was actually gonna reach for real dice. Hold on.
We don't do that here. Good thing that one wasn't for real. So with a 13, you are able to kind of grab onto the back of the cart and jump in, and kind of nudge Timmick on your way through.
That was such a jerk move.
Trying to get the Deermeadow.
I was talking
All business now.
to the horse, and he is very nice.
All right, I'm trying to focus on the road here. Sit down, please.
Don't distract the driver. That's dangerous.
How slow these horses are going.
Sorry?
I said, do you see how slow these horses are going? There's also no one else on the road.
I'm an old man. I drive slow.
Oh God. Did you happen to ask the horses their names?
Well, I was trying to, but then Timmick over here almost ran me over, but thank God the horses are slow.
I know their names. We got Hamish and Dougal.
You mission Dougal. Perfect.
Do you like those names, horses? Horse?
Sure.
This horse. This horse is awesome.
It's a very easy
They like
one.
it.
Oh man. Well, I think we're in it for the long haul here. So, Timmick, you all right? You need help up there, or?
I should be good. I've never done this before, but I should be fine.
I shall inspire you with a song.
Please play the bagpipes.
Yes.
I
What
give Shirley a
song?
look.
What song do you sing, Shirley, in order to encourage your buddy Timmick here?
So if you reference Shirley's playlist on Spotify, play. Let's see.
Oh, but I want the live performance, Shirley.
Oh, well, you want that exactly until I start singing.
I'm all right with it.
Gonna be the blood of Burn? Let me see. The actual name. But hopefully these.
I don't know if it's gonna play in here.
Oh.
While he's trying
Zoom
to
doesn't work that way. He's warming him up. You can see him. He's kind of doing scales on his bagpipes while he's trying to figure it out.
I'm gonna go up front and sit next to Timmick and just well, I don't know anything about traveling with horses, but I'll certainly keep my eye out and help you stay on the road if necessary.
Sure.
Yeah.
There's one road. There's no way he can mess this up.
I mean, you say that, but I did get lost coming here, and I needed his help to find my way back, so.
I mean, I've met people that couldn't find their butt if they had both hands in their back pocket, so.
I can guide anybody out of the woods if they're lost.
And with that said, so like I said, this journey of travel is going to take you guys anywhere between 2 and 3 days. So we're going to be doing a skill challenge here, guys. So if any of you guys have never, I mean, this is the first one we've done here on this stream, but basically what we're going to do is our players here are going to actually come up with a couple of different ways they can actually help themselves out. And then depending on the number of successes that they attain versus the number of failures, they'll actually be able to either successfully travel the whole distance without issue, or maybe they'll run into some bumps along the road. We'll find out. So with that said, guys, as you guys begin your journey up towards the town of Deermeadow, what would you guys like to do in order to kind of make your travel hopefully an uneventful one?
I would like to pay attention to the road.
Okay. Awesome. So go ahead and give me go ahead and give me a survival check too. Pay attention to the road.
I'm gonna add D6 to that.
You can add a D6 and a D1 and another one from our very nice dice god. So total of 17 plus 1 for a total of 19. You are so astute at focusing on this road. There's a couple of times where it thins out a little bit, where it's a little overgrown, but you're able to kind of navigate fairly well. You actually avoid, there's actually a fallen tree in the middle of the road. You're able to kind of negotiate the horses around it. No issues whatsoever.
See that, Julia?
That is one
Professional
success.
driver.
That's pretty good. Well, if you've got
Skippy.
the travel, I'll just keep an eye out, make sure nothing's gonna sneak up on us. Just make sure we're very astute here. And I'm just gonna look around and see what I see.
All right. If that is the case, go ahead and give me a perception check. With a 20, awesome. That is a success. And as you kind of look out on the horizon, you actually can see, you do a pretty good job. I mean, it is kind of a thickly wooded area, so it gets a little bit hectic every once in a while. You get distracted by a number of different flying, insects and stuff like that, but you're able to kind of keep your mind focused on the road, and everything seems to be going okay. And with that, we actually finish off our first night. You guys are able to rest up and continue again on your journey into the second day. With that said, surely, is there anything that you would like to do in order to kind of continue this journey unimpeded?
Yeah, so I imagine like we kind of get to maybe like a little crossroads or something, like where somebody else has kind of been driving their wagon back and forth. It's not necessarily a crossroads, but it looks like one. So I'm going to use my history to see if I can recall how we went the last time we came through here.
All right, go ahead and roll me a history check. With a 4, the last time you came through, you actually did get a little bit confused, and this time you don't feel like you feel fairly confident that you're going in the right direction based on that check, but you can't be 100% sure because it is a little bit confusing the way this has kind of crossed itself up and stuff like that. It's a little bit weird. So, but that is your check. And then Juliet, what would you like to do to help this day go on unimpeded?
I'm just looking around, seeing if there's any kind of animals that hop on board or anything, and just talk to them and see if they see anything or know anything ahead.
Okay, if that is the case, I would like you to give me an animal handling check, please.
Yes.
Natural 20.
Hey.
You are able to converse with some of the local birds in the fauna that are here, and actually one of them does warn you as you're kind of traveling forward. It kind of in a conversation with you, it actually says, "There's a dead guy up ahead on the road. I don't know why, but there's a dead guy up there."
That is the most interesting accent I've ever heard, little bird.
Yeah, well, no one asked you.
Nope, no one did. I will relay this message to my party. I pet his little head.
Don't you ever touch me ever again.
I still pet his little head.
It tries to like peck at you. Go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Saving throw.
Oh yeah.
You're able to narrowly avoid it kind of pecking out at you and trying to bite out at you, but you're fine. You're totally fine. And with that, it just flies away.
I relay this message. The bird said there's a dead guy up the road.
How far up?
Like a dead guy.
He didn't say. Yeah, they said there's a dead guy in the road. He didn't say how far though.
What race is it?
He's a bird. I don't think he knew that.
No.
Why would we need to be warned about a dead guy? He's dead.
Yeah, he's dead. I'm
I
pretty
know,
sure.
Maybe
Pretty sure
whatever
my
was dead.
knows where it's a dead guy.
Maybe the dead guy got dead because of something, and he's warning us.
The dead guy can't warn us.
No, I think
She just looks at you like, Timmick, stop that. Stop playing.
Well, let's see what we got then.
All right. And as you guys kind of continue to move yourselves forward into on this path, you do end up running across a dead guy, for lack of a better term. You actually see that he is actually dressed in kind of red regalia and some like just kind of standard leathers. Shirley, go ahead and give me a history check.
already.
Okay, even with a 12, you actually are able to discern that this individual was likely a someone who possibly was a messenger for the city of Nulgrim, and he currently, right now, resides in a pool of his own blood.
How did he die?
Yeah.
It's like he bled.
So I'll like as soon as I recognize the uniform or whatever, I'll hop off and like approach the body and kind of go over him just to see. Does he have like arrows sticking out of him, or is there like a sword wound, or?
Go ahead and give me a medicine check or an investigation check, your choice.
Can I help him with that?
Absolutely.
Can I give him guidance?
Sure.
D4.
Pile on.
All right, let's see. Where is? You said medicine or history, or
Nope, medicine or investigation.
Okay, investigation. Yeah, I'll do investigation.
All right, and then add your guidance. So that's a 15 plus 4 for a total of 19. As you kind of investigate the body, you see that this individual, there's no actual there are some. It almost looks like there's some kind of like little red marks kind of around the neck, and you actually do see that there is a number of different puncture wounds, whether they be from a sword or a dagger of some sort. It's hard to really completely tell, but you can actually see that it looks like this individual, whether they were choked, or whatever the case may be, there's this like kind of very defined like red mark that kind of like comes around their neck.
Yeah, well, we're still, God, we're almost.
Does it look like there's any? Are there any vines nearby? I've heard of like the woods attacking people in my travels. Does it look like there's anything like that around here?
Go ahead and give me a perception check. 16. You actually, at this point, you are the first to notice because of that check. You actually see something out of the corner of your eye, and you see just a quick glimpse of it. All of a sudden, there's a rustle in the trees and the bushes not too far from you that goes and then disappears. You look
Ready
to the left.
yourselves, everybody.
You look to the left of you, and another one, and then behind you, another one. I need everyone else to roll perception for me. 15. 8. And 11. Okay. As you guys are kind of now on high alert, and I'll actually say that you guys are able to make these checks with advantage. As you guys are now on high alert here, you notice as you continue to kind of dart back and forth and check around, you guys do catch a little bit of a glimpse of these creatures. You can actually see they almost have very bony-like structures and kind of almost goblinoid-like faces, but they have these kind of hairy protrusions at different joints and stuff like that, and they all kind of continue to kind of dart around and almost kind of like shift back and forth. And I need everyone to roll initiative, please. So I will get you guys over there in 1 second.
A cleric initiative, though.
And I will eventually get the stream over there as I run around and do crazy things. Bang.
I'm an old fun. Bang, 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 bang.
All right.
You're right.
And at the top of the initiative order, you guys actually, as you guys kind of can see a number of these different individuals, you can actually see one over here in the bushes, one over here kind of coming around this tree. The one that you guys, most of you do see, but you surely do not see, is this one that's hiding behind this tree here as it darts out in front of you, revealing itself, and it goes in for an attack. It is going to attempt to utilize its Garrote.
Okay.
That is going to be a 22 to hit.
Well, that'll hit.
All right. That is going to be 5 points of damage.
It just made the biggest mistake of its tiny life.
Yes, it did. And you are now grappled. Until the grapple ends, there's some rules for it, but you are now grappled by this creature. And
Oh, God.
all right. So you are currently. Let me just make sure I get this to do what I want it to do. There we go. So you are grappled by this creature. Ending its turn. Brings us to Maury.
He ran right up. All right, so I'm gonna come on around this way here, and I'm gonna try to smack him.
All right. Go ahead and try to smack him.
Well, I just threw a billion dice out there.
That's because you crit with a 26 to hit. So that'll definitely hit, and you will do 20 points of damage to this guy. He is already regretting his life decisions.
And while I'm there, I might as well take another chance here.
24 definitely hits for another 11 points of damage as you just lay into this guy with a thrown hand axe as you kind of smack him with your maul. He's not really expecting you to kind of come around so quickly, and then you're able to kind of throw a hand axe in his face, even though you're right next to him with a 22 to hit.
Let go of my friend, boy.
All right. Ending your turn brings us to Timmick.
Yeah.
I will. Is there just 3 of them?
From what you can tell, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just move over here. And I'll cast Shillelagh, my bonus action, and I will attack him.
All right.
How do I...
So you're just going to roll a regular attack, and then we'll use the spellcasting ability. We'll replace it with a +5 because that's what it should be.
Alright, I'll just swing with my quarterstaff.
Yep.
Just so I can get the attack rolls.
Yep.
And they both miss.
Yeah, they both missed there, so that's going to be a total of 1, 2, 7 to hit on both of them. So you kind of come up there with your shillelagh quarterstaff, and and this creature, even while still with its garrote kind of around Shirley's neck, and you can kind of see Shirley kind of struggling a little bit. You unfortunately do whiff on your attack.
Okay.
All right. Ending your turn, that's going to bring us to... Come on. Come on, computer. There we go. That's going to bring us to this individual over here. This one is going to... Let's see. Can only go so far. He is going to move up into this position here, and he is going to attempt to do the same thing that he did as his friend over here. So he is going to attempt to garrote you as well. That is going to be a 14 to hit.
That'll miss, and I'm gonna trying to get to my thing here. I'm gonna do a vengeful assault on him.
Okay.
So that gives me you know what? Why can't I get it to do it? There we go. Much better. All right.
With a 25, that definitely hits for 8 points of damage.
All right.
All right. And as you guys kind of get a better look at these creatures, you can see they got this like kind of like dark brownish fur with like even darker brown kind of like hairy protrusions coming across all their joints. They're kind of speckled brown. They look very similar to a goblin, but they're not at all. They're very bony and kind of the muscles on them are very taut and stuff like that. They almost look very anemic, and they kind of like they're still, even with them kind of standing in front of you, they're still very like shifty and are able to kind of move very fast. It's a very strange kind of sight to see. Ending his turn is going to bring us to the other one. This one is actually going to come right down here, if I can get him to do what I wanted to do. Oh, that's why. Come on. There we go. And is going to attempt to garrote you now. Juliet. And that is going to be a 14 to hit. Which, Juliet, I believe, does hit your armor class. So that is going to be a total of 4 points of damage. And you are considered grappled as well by the creature. All right. All right, that brings us to you, Juliet. What are you doing? Oh, Juliet's not here. That would explain a lot.
Oh no, what happened?
I don't know. We'll have to figure that one out. Technical difficulties. Yeah, we're gonna. What would you guys like Juliet to do as you're gonna have to kind of kite her during this combat?
Attack
I
that.
feel like she would definitely stab it.
I feel like she probably would stab it too. So, she will attack.
Yeah, summon the sword and attack.
Yeah, I think she can. Hexblade's Curse. Yeah, sure. She's gonna cast her Hexblade's Curse on this individual to start. And then she is going to use her pact weapon. And that is going to be a 17 to hit, which definitely hits, dealing 10 points of damage. And that is going to end her turn. And of course, end her turn, and she almost comes back. But anyway, Shirley, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
All right. So, while it's like got me grappled or whatever, I'm just gonna like reach up and like pull the vines away, and like you'll see like kind of like white veins like beside Shirley's eyes appear, and I'm gonna like touch the one behind me and kind of like look to the other two, cast Bane.
Okay, so you go ahead and cast Bane. So that's going to require a charisma save. I believe I can select them all at once. Yes, I can.
These things seem very charismatic.
Yes, they do. That is a 14, 14, and a 20.
They all save.
They are very charismatic. You're right. So that is your Bane.
Yeah. So then, as bonus action, I'm just going to shout to Morharon to get this thing off me.
Jody, if you drop your camera and then come back in, it should be in the right order again. Or pretty close.
I'm so sorry.
No worries.
Hopefully that vertically inspires him to smack the shit out of this thing.
Okay.
I'm working, buddy.
So you have your Bardic Inspiration. I'm just going to move some things around.
Sorry for the technical difficulties.
No worries. It's part of the deal. Things happen. Zoom isn't perfect. All right. So you take your Bardic Inspiration there, Maury, and that brings us back to this creature's turn. This creature is going to use its Shadow Teleport and take you with it. And with that, both Shirley and the creature are taken somewhere else.
Oh no.
Okay.
Yeah. And I believe that's all he can actually technically do. Yeah, I believe that. Yeah, that is all he can do. All right. Ending his turn brings us to Maury.
All right, well, I'm gonna booming blade this guy behind me.
Okay, Booming Blade, go ahead.
I assume
Did I hit anything?
A 12 unfortunately does not hit the creature.
Ready. Let's go ahead and try this one.
Even at disadvantage, that will hit.
Ready.
For 11
damage.
points. Yeah, 11 points of damage.
And I'm actually gonna sneak around here onto the other side of him. And that'll end my turn.
He does have you grappled, so your speed technically, I believe, is 0. So you can't necessarily just go on the other side.
Why is my speed 0?
Because he has you grappled with this grot.
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
missed
Never
me.
mind. No, you're right. You're right. He missed you. Never mind. You're good. Awesome. Brings us to Timic.
I will move
Okay.
there. And I will try to hit him with Shillelagh again.
Okay. Go ahead and try him with Shillelagh.
I have advantage, so I will roll that again.
Okay.
17 hit?
Yep. So that is a 15 to hit. That'll hit.
Okay, D8 plus... What's the plus on? I can't even...
It's
always different.
plus your.
I'm not used to
it's
these spells.
It's plus 3.
Okay.
All right, 8 points of damage. So you come in with your staff. It's glowing energy that it has from the shillelagh. You whack, hit this guy upside the head, dealing a pretty good chunk of damage. Anything else on your turn?
No,
No. Okay.
I don't think so.
All right, that's going to bring us to this one here. This one is also just going to use its shadow teleport to get the heck out of here.
Okay.
I don't like this.
Brings us to the next one. This one is also, with Juliet grappled, is also going to teleport out of here. Juliet, that brings us to you. You are actually in combat with it in a different part of the map. It still has you grappled. What do you do? Right now, your Hexblade's curse is on the creature that you're with.
Okay. Can I stab at him?
Yes, you can. Go ahead and stab at him.
We're gonna roll. There we go.
All right. That is a 10 to hit. Unfortunately, the 10 does miss as you kind of try to throw, swing at him with your pack weapon.
Okay. That's my
That's your turn?
my turn.
Okay. That brings us to Shirley. Shirley, you currently are being flanked by two of these creatures somewhere else. What would you like to do? The one that has you grappled is looking like it's looking pretty hurt. The other one also looks like it's fairly hurt as well.
All right. Then I'm gonna go ahead and throw a good punch at the one behind me. It's got me grappled.
Okay, go ahead and throw your punch. 25 definitely hits, and that is for 8 points of damage. And with that, this creature is no more. You actually are able to defeat him, and you are no longer grappled.
Good. Now the other one needs to make me a strength save because I'm about to grapple him.
Okay.
Yeah.
He rolled double natural one. Oh, wait, no, he rolled double 2s for -1s. So he's definitely grappled.
That'll come in handy next turn.
Yes,
That's
yes,
me.
It will. All right. That brings us to a dead guy, so he's no longer of need. And that's going to bring us to... Nope, not you. To Maury. Maury, go ahead and give me a perception check.
You got it.
You have no clue where your allies are. You are kind of just stranded out here with Timic right now.
I will use my 30 feet of movement to go north. Let me just think. I'll go northeast on this one. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
I'll go right up there.
All right.
Where the heck are they, Timic?
Why are you asking me?
Because it is your turn. Timic, give me a perception check. You, Timic, can actually see from your vantage point. You can see everybody. So you actually see that Juliet and the one that she's fighting are way down here in the bottom left-hand corner of the map. And then you can actually also see that Shirley and the one that he's fighting are up here in the top right-hand corner of the map.
I'll yell to Maury and tell him that. I mean, he's kind of close to Shirley. Just go east, and then I'll go down to Juliet. How much movement do you have?
You have 30 feet of
25
movement, or 25 as a dwarf. Yep. So
5, 10. I can't see the squares.
yeah, they're
That's
relatively
20?
small. So 25 will get you right here.
Okay. And then I will use. Does it have any metal on it?
It does not. You kind of can see that it's basically got kind of like a little bit of a loincloth. It's got these like kind of long claws that kind of come out of its hands and feet, but it does not have any metal, unfortunately.
All right. So I'll use a
Chill
chill
touch.
touch.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, that'll definitely hit with a natural 20. And actually, that I like so because it is an attack roll, you do crit on spell attacks. So go ahead and give me double damage. 10 points of damage, and with that, this creature's starting to look hurt. Anything else on your turn?
That's it.
All right. That's going to bring us to this creature's turn. This creature is going to go ahead and stab you. Because you are grappled. It is you actually at the start of his turn, which I should have done for Shirley as well, but I forgot, which we'll hand wave. But you take 2d6 plus 3 damage at the start of your turn as being part of this garrote.
Okay.
Once I can get Foundry to do what I want it to do. There we go. Slash roll 2d6. Juliet, you take 13 points of damage as this thing kind of has you and it's grappled and with its garrote, and then Shirley will just retcon this for now for you. You take 12 points of damage, Shirley.
Okay.
And it is going to go ahead and attack you with its short sword.
Okay.
Juliet. That is going to be 22 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
All right, and that's going to be 7 points of piercing damage and 3 points of necrotic damage, for a total of 10 damage.
I'm still up.
Yes, you are. Ending his turn. That brings us to the other one that is up with you, Shirley. You at the top of his turn, take another 2d6 damage. Plus 3. Double sixes, so that's going to be 15 points of damage.
Okay.
And then he's going to attack you with a short sword. Actually, no, you have him grappled. I got that backwards. You don't take the 15 points of damage. You're fine.
I thought so.
I got that backwards.
It was like a thing where like as long as someone's grappling them, so like.
No. It was when the first guy grappled you. That's when it had applied, but it doesn't apply in this case. You're grappling him. Very different. And he is going to try to attack with his short sword. That is going to be an 18 to hit.
That'll hit.
And that deals 6 points of piercing damage and 5 points of necrotic damage for a total of 11 damage.
All right.
So that brings you to 10, if I've done my math correctly. Ending his turn brings us to Juliet.
I'm gonna try hitting him again with my weapon.
Okay.
I won't be able to try to get out of the grapple without, and that would be an action, right?
To break the grapple would be an action, yes.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try hitting him first and foremost, see if that happens.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see.
A 12, unfortunately, does miss, just barely misses as you kind of come and slash out with your sword.
Let's see if I have any bonus actions in the spell book. Nope. I'm basically useless right now.
Okay. Brings it to Shirley. Shirley, up in your corner.
I'm gonna take and swing this little bitch into the tree.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know. Do you want me to roll like?
Give me an athletics check against his athletics.
Okay.
It's gonna go really well.
Didn't roll great, but.
That's okay. He rolled a natural 1 minus 1. So you definitely throw him into the tree very easily. Go ahead and give me what is your Tavern Brawler shenanigans with unarmed strikes?
So technically, like if I hit him with a fist, it's 1d4.
Mm-hmm.
But like anything else is up to the DM.
Okay. Go ahead and give me 1d4 plus your strength modifier, and then.
I was gonna say I'm keeping a hold of him.
Yep.
Not letting him go.
Yep. Give me that, and then nope, not that. That's no. So 6 points of damage.
Yeah.
And then give me a d6.
All right. Okay, well, my scimitar is a d6, so I'm just gonna roll that.
Okay.
It'll just be whatever the
5.
Yep.
And with that, you have a limp, lifeless corpse of whatever this is in your hands as it is dead.
Oof. I was a little worried there for a second.
All right. Ending your turn brings us to Maury. Maury, with the knowledge that Timmick gave you, you do know that one of your comrades is down here in the bottom left-hand corner of the map.
All right. So, let's see here. I don't think there's much I can do to get down there, in particular.
Flanking would be great right now.
Yeah, I don't think there's much I can do from up there, is there? Yeah, I guess I'll move down as much as I can using all my
All your movement?
I can't move
Okay.
mine. Can you just? Yeah, I'll just move it with dash. Everything. Just head down there as close as I can.
Okay.
I'm just
That would
taking
be...
off, heading towards her.
Okay. So 60 feet of movement would get you here, next to Timmick.
That's fine. I'll go right there. Yep, that's
All right.
fine.
Come on. Oh, I gotta move you on this screen. Whoop! Snap to grid.
Alrighty.
Ending your turn brings us to Timmick. Oh, did we lose Timmick?
No, I'm here.
Okay.
You move me down. I can't get to him. There's a box over my. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, okay.
And then I will attack with Shillelagh again.
Okay, you have advantage on this. And it's going to be whatever this is.
12 plus 3, right?
12 plus 5. So that's going to be
17.
a 17. 17 hits. Go ahead and roll
What
your
is that?
damage.
What did it just
rolls-
roll?
It added your 2 d20s somehow. I don't know what it was
That's
doing
weird.
there.
Okay.
Yeah, don't worry about it. We'll figure that out eventually. 8 plus 3 is 11 points of damage. So you get a really good whack. This thing is looking really, really hurt.
And I don't think I have any bonus action stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, so I guess that's it.
Brings us to the creature's turn. At the top of his...
I'll use my reaction this time, though. I keep forgetting to use it for my Halo spores. So
Okay.
it's a... Was it Constitution saving throw?
Is it at the top of his turn?
Yeah, it's
Or-
when a creature you can see moves into a space or starts a turn there. I can use my reactions to deal 1d4 necrotic damage.
Okay.
So the Constitution
and you-
saving throw.
Okay. That's going to be a 15.
Where does it say on this thing where my spell save is? Or
It should be. It's probably. Let me see. It would be in your. That's a good question. Where would it say that? Should be in the spell book. I'll figure it out. So your wisdom is a. So it would be 13.
It'd be
because we're
13,
still-
yeah.
Yeah.
So
So that it does saves. Is there any damage on a fail save?
No.
Okay. At top of his turn, the garrote deals more damage to you, Juliet.
Yep.
That's another 2d6 plus 3. I don't even need to roll. I know I can't actually physically take you down
I fall.
past your maximum, so you fall unconscious.
For the first time.
And with that, the skull makes it seem like it's really much more nasty. There we go. And him kind of like realizing kind of what's going on around him, he kind of he takes his attention away from you and then goes at you, Timic, with his short sword. That is going to be a 13 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
All right, that deals 9 points of piercing damage and 5 points of necrotic damage for a total of 13 points or 14 points of damage. And with that, he is going to attempt to leave your combat range.
I already used my reactions, so.
Okay, so he will. And he will bonus action hide on his turn. All right. So he's somewhere. Juliet, I need a death saving throw, please.
I have been trying to look for it on the sheet, but I cannot find it.
It would be.
Ah, there we go. That saves.
Yep.
You do not need to.
You should just be able to click the death saves button and roll normal. Like where it says death saves, exhaustion, inspiration, just hit the death saves like text, and then hit normal.
Why is it?
Is it not working?
Mm-mm. Oh wait, there we go.
Yep. All right, that is a 6. That is 1 failed death save.
Yep.
All right. Brings us to Shirley. Shirley, you are way up in the top corner.
I'm gonna move. Let's see. All right, why is this thing not working now?
It's weird. So if we're looking at distance here,
Yeah, I'm looking to get 30 feet just to the, like, if I can get to the edge of the road here. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Then, so I don't like see it or what have you. I don't see any more combatants.
Go ahead and give me a perception check. Because you're actually within range of being able to find them.
Gotcha.
You know that they're somewhere in the bottom down here, but you're not 100% sure where. It's kind of like you have a big swath of an area.
Alrighty.
You know they're in that general direction because you can hear kind of the sounds of some clanging and stuff like that.
All right. Then, yeah, I'll use the rest of my movement to get as close to him as possible. Just there we go. Work
Okay.
that.
And then you got to switch off the ruler and go back to the selection guy, and then it's a little tricky. All right.
And then, can I see the group now?
Yes, you can see the group now.
Okay.
But you do not. But you currently do not see the remaining creature, or you're not even sure where they are. Actually, technically.
If I see Juliet, like down,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna cast Healing Word.
Okay. Yeah, you can on your bonus action. So go ahead and cast Healing Word.
Yeah.
And
Not much,
your-
but it's something.
What's your spellcasting ability modifier? Is your charisma? So is that
Yes.
really only one?
It'll be a 4.
Okay, I was wondering why it didn't come out right.
Yeah, I don't know why it must not be like set to.
Yeah. What words of encouragement and healing do you provide to Juliet?
I'll just be like, Juliet, this is no time to be sleeping on the job.
Probably drunk again.
I'm gonna
And
take
with
that wine away.
And with that, Juliet, you do come to consciousness after hearing these words of encouragement to get back up again. You may get knocked down, but you will get back up again. Brings us to Maury. Maury, go ahead and give me a perception check. 12. You know that this guy is hiding way up here. You know for sure.
Right up here.
Okay.
And he just took down my girl, so here we go.
All right,
First
go
one.
for it.
Booming Blade.
A 10, unfortunately, is not going to hit as this creature.
Actually,
you kind of
I am
swing at
going to hold on. I'm going to add my. Oh,
An 11, unfortunately, is not going to hit as you kind of come down with the maul and attempts to kind of strike at this creature. And he's, again, very shifty, very kind of is able to kind of dodge out of the way.
all right. So let's do this.
A 19 is definitely going to hit. And how do you want to do this?
I'm just gonna, being very aggravated that I swung my maul and missed. I just kind of, as he starts to leap away, just midair, catch him right in the back of the neck.
Yeah.
He attempts to kind of, again, almost like begin to kind of use that kind of shifting teleport that he did before, where he kind of like, he goes to kick up some leaves, and when he does, you're able to kind of pinpoint him in between as the leaves start to fall, and you're able to whoosh, throw that thrown hand axe and catch him right square in the back between the shoulder blades. It dives right in, and you see as he begins to kind of, he falls dead
And then,
there on the ground.
Being so angry at what he did to Juliet, I'm actually just gonna run over with him laying on the ground with my maul and just start like, just to pieces, just
Okay.
obliteration.
And that's what you do. As calmness comes over the forest here, now that it would appear that everything, all the enemy combatants are gone, we're actually going to go to break. So, that was fun, guys. Now, if you guys want to be eligible for the dice giveaway, make sure that in the chat you type in the special secret code, and that'll allow you to be eligible for this dice giveaway. The secret code is going to be Meazel, M-E-A-Z-E-L. For the creature that our players just fought. So again, that is Meazels. And until we come back from the break, make sure you put that in there in the chat. I'm saying the same thing 16 times. Good English. But we'll see you guys in a little bit. Bye now. And welcome back, everyone. So, picking up right where we left off, but first off, the winner of the dice giveaway this evening is Mr. Cuckoo. So, Mr. Cuckoo, somebody will be contacting you in the actual whispers of Twitch and stuff like that. So make sure you check your direct messages so we can get your, so we can know where to send your dice. So congratulations to Mr. Cuckoo. So picking up where we left off, you guys are, let's not go too crazy with the music here. You guys are currently in the forest here, just after defeating these Meazels, excuse me. This attack of the Meazels that you guys had to deal with. What would you guys like to do?
First, I would, if I'm coming back from the dead, go over to Shirley and just hug him. Thanks.
You're welcome.
And kind of just go over to more Haran and like he's dead. He's dead. It's okay. It's okay. I'm fine. He's dead. Sorry, I couldn't have been more of a help. I don't know. I wasn't on my A game today.
Don't you ever scare me like that again.
Try not to.
You need to sit and take a quick rest.
Yeah, I think a rest would be great right about now.
All right, let's not. We won't want to dally too long, but I think a little rest isn't a bad idea.
Shirley, the guy back there, I assume that these things have to be the ones who took him down, but it looked like you recognized him.
Yes, one of our men.
What was his name?
Gerald.
A lot of Gerald in this world.
Yeah.
Or Gerald.
Coincidence. He was a good soldier.
Did he have a family?
No, he was not old enough, but had parents.
Any siblings?
Not as far as I'm aware. I would like to. I don't think we can take him with us, but at least give him a proper burial, and maybe if he has any effects, we can take back to his family.
Absolutely.
So I'll do that while everybody else is kind of before.
Yeah, this can all be a part of your short rest if you guys would like. You go ahead and pick through. You do find a couple little trinkets on Gerald that would be suitable for what you're kind of looking for. It's kind of like little mementos and stuff like that. You guys are all able to take your short rest during the course of this. With the rolls that you guys had during your actual travel, you guys are actually okay. You guys are unimpeded during your short rest as you guys here in your second day of travel towards the town of Deermeadow. I can talk today, guys. And with that, are you guys doing anything specific with this body there, Shirley, or are you guys gonna kind of leave it here?
I wanna, yeah, like I wanna bury him.
Okay. Yeah, and you're able to do so.
I'm just gonna help him.
Okay, absolutely. I'll let you guys roll all your dice here while we kind of figure that out. As you guys kind of sit here, it is a kind of pristine day here in the forest, despite the fact of this kind of attack that you guys dealt with. It is kind of midday here. The birds are still kind of chirping. You hear a light little rustle of the wind here as you guys kind of relax and kind of take in the kind of warm sun here in the afternoon. Here, when it should be a little bit cooler. Again, this is still normally would be wintertime, but as a result, it feels just like cool autumn air here as you guys kind of sit back and reflect on kind of what you guys just dealt with here with the combat with these creatures. With the short rest completing and being able to kind of lay this gentleman to rest and grab a couple of effects to kind of bring to his family, you guys are able to continue on your journey. I do need one more of you guys, because everybody has done some sort of check so far already, to round out this day. So who would like to, what would you guys like to do in order to try to navigate your way through the rest of this day?
I'll make sure these horses are feeling good.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an animal handling check. With a 19, you are able to kind of calm the horses as if they couldn't get any more calm than they already were under normal circumstances. They kind of just appreciate it. Do you have to cast a spell in order to talk with them, or do you are you able to just normally talk to them?
My old subclass, I could just freely talk to them.
Okay.
But this one, I need to cast a spell. Speak with animals.
Okay. And luckily, with that total of 20, thanks to the dice gods, you were able to kind of very easily calm them down, and you were able to kind of, I'll give you that free ability to still talk to the animals. They kind of just go, "Thanks, man. I appreciate it. You guys are all right."
You guys are good too, Hamish and Dougal. I appreciate your company.
Which one of us is Dougal again?
You.
Okay. Dougal. And you guys are able to navigate your way, and you guys are able to bed down for a night's rest, and the morning comes to you without any issue during the course of the night's travel, or during the night as you guys are able to camp out. Going into the third day, you guys imagine, even with the delay, you should be able to get there to Deermeadow within the day. So with that said, we have used animal handling a couple times, survival and perception. What else would you guys like to do in order to be able to kind of make your way the rest of the way to Deermeadow?
Feeling hungry. Somebody want to look for food?
I mean, I could try.
Yeah, I'll go.
I can forage with
I can help you.
with Maury.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
if you guys
I
are
can
both
go out there and.
Yeah, if you guys are both going to do this, then I will allow you guys to, one of you to do so at advantage, or you guys can both roll. In this case, I think what we'll have you guys do, we'll have you guys roll a survival check.
I am proficient in survival. Are you, Maury?
I'm alright at survival. Pretty good. Feel like I can go out there and find some stuff.
DM, would you be able to roll survival for me for reasons I will explain later?
Besides Foundry freezing on you for some reason today?
Yeah.
I will roll that for you. I might have to roll it on this side. Yep, that's what I'm going to do.
That or not be blind.
There we go. All right. With a total of 10 from the dice gods, you are able to. Oh wait, no. At advantage, so a total of 17 thanks to the dice gods and for Maury's help. You are able to. You are able to navigate your way. You are able to find a couple of different actual deer in this forest. That you're able to kind of hunt down and kind of stalk and be able to take down for food for the rest of your journey as you guys kind of continue to travel here. And then I need one other check from you guys.
Let's see.
Can be from anybody.
What check?
So this is part of the skill challenge still. So we have one more. I just need one more success from you guys to get you guys to your destination.
Make sure I'm still following the same path, going the right direction.
We can do that one again. It's just that it's going to be a little bit higher DC if we decide to do it that way.
I was gonna say
You can get creative with your skills too. I'm fine with that.
I can make sure everybody's feeling good. This is a long journey. I can, make sure I take care of anybody if they get a headache or start to get a little sick or.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
More.
Some people get a little bit dizzy.
Yeah, and with that kind of check, then I would actually ask you to make a medicine check. You're able to kind of make sure that the water that you guys are gathering up is clean. You're able to kind of make sure that if there are any wounds, you're making sure they don't get infected and stuff like that. Okay. So with a 6, you do your best. However, you do have +2 from the dice gods, even still an 8. You do your very best. You are kind of able to make sure that you guys have clean, fresh drinking water, but Juliet does have a couple of wounds from her battle, and you kind of don't necessarily. You guys have to stop at one point in order to be able to kind of tend to her wounds and stuff like that, because they do at one point get infected. But you're able to kind of stave off any further infection as you guys are going to keep going. But it does delay your time just a little bit.
Sorry about that, guys.
No, those things were nasty. Speaking of which, I wanted to bring one of those bodies with us because I've never seen them before, and I definitely want to keep one of their garrotes.
Yeah, you can harvest a garrote off of, or garrote, however you want to pronounce it, off of one of them. And then if you're guys are going to carry one, it will probably slow you down. You won't get into town until the evening, if that's going to be the case.
Yeah, maybe I'll just cut its head off. Take that with.
You can definitely cut its head off. It's not going to object.
All right, that's what I'll do. I'll just take its head.
Okay. All right.
How's that milk holding up, Timic?
Ugh.
Let me take a swig and see.
Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh, Jesus.
It's holding up pretty good, actually. You're able to you swig it down. It's very chunky. The best kind of chunky. Kind of like, almost like chunky peanut butter. It's a little thick, too. It's got some, kind of almost it's getting to the point where you have to chew it as it's going down, but nothing that's never stopped you from kind of having a good glass of milk, no matter how old it is.
It's pretty good,
Cottage cheese now.
Nope. I have wine. Thank you for your offer.
Well, just like wine, this milk is better with age.
No.
He says this to you, and as you see, he's got this a couple of different curdles of this yellow kind of congealed milk kind of across his frothy beard and mustache. You can actually hear audibly, because you can speak with animals at all times. You can actually hear a coughing sound coming not too far from the vicinity of this part of his beard at the same time.
Sure.
Poor Dale.
Shirley.
Poor Dale.
Milk. Shut up, Dale.
Shirley, can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Can you prestidigitate his beard? Because that's just...
That will be my...
It's starting to... Thank you, because that's starting to no, I can smell it.
Yeah, I rolled a con save to see if I vomited. I did not, but ugh.
No, you did not.
So staying.
That beard needs to get cleaned.
And with that, you guys finally arrive in the town of Timberwood. Or not Timberwood. You guys have already been there. Deermeadow.
Deermeadow.
Wow, we really failed those checks.
Yeah, you guys got really just turned around.
We've been going the wrong way this whole time, guys.
I told you we should have taken a left instead of a right.
I thought we were doing really good.
You told me which way to leave.
Next time we don't leave the dwarf in charge.
So as you guys arrive, this small village itself looks very beautiful. It's got these different kind of almost like straw and different hewn wooden rooftops, some nice looking smooth oak wood walls and an ever clear night sky as you guys kind of arrive. Again, you guys kind of pushed a little bit into the evening, or into a little bit of the late afternoon, so you can kind of see the moon starting to rise. This little town has a charming atmosphere, nestled behind some actual wooden exterior walls that kind of combat any of the dangers that lurk in the wilderness. But even still, you can kind of see from far away. You can see some of these thatched roofs from the distance. As you guys approach, you guys actually approach a set of fairly large wooden gates as you approach this town. And the gates are currently shut. You'll have to... but that's all you can see right now. You do see that there's a couple guards posted at the top, and as you guys kind of begin to arrive, they kind of look down and you go, "Oi! Who are you?"
Timic.
Juliet.
And you too.
I'm tired.
I'll gesture, and like, this is Morharan, my companion, and I am Shirley Went of Nulgrim.
This guy says he surely went to Nulgrim. Oh, that's too funny. No, but seriously, lad, who are you?
It's Shirley Went of Nulgrim.
I often go by the nickname of Red, and again, like, I probably don't have, like, well, I have a signet, so like I'll kind of like yank that off and like toss it up to him.
He kind of takes it and looks at it and goes, "Oh. Oh, I didn't know we were in the presence of royalty, huh? There you go." And he kind of throws it back down again. "Open the gate!" And you can kind of hear it as the gates slowly open up to allow you and your companions to kind of walk in. And as you guys walk in, they slowly close behind you. As you guys kind of walk through, you can actually see a number of different buildings. There's a bunch of different shops. The people are kind of bustling around. Shirley, you kind of know Deermeadow as being kind of having a thriving economy, mainly supported by the distilling of various different kinds of spirits and medicine. They're also known at hunting for different kinds of game like deer and other kind of local animals and stuff like that. In exchange for further protections and some of those city guard that you guys kind of saw that kind of welcomed you in here. There's also a really big main attraction here that is actually a theater, ironically or not, which was built about 21 years ago and was actually designed by some elves that were commissioned to make it. But as you guys kind of walk around, you do see a number of different buildings, and the afternoon, evening is yours. What would you guys like to do as you kind of explore your time here in Deermeadow?
The first thing I'm going to tell Red is, just so you know, I'm not going to curtsy.
A place to lay our heads for the night would be the first thing.
Okay. So, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, just so you know, Red, I'm not curtsying in your presence.
That's quite all right.
He's the future king.
And he's still not going to get a curtsy out of me.
A duke, which is considerably lower, but still.
He's the future emperor of this entire continent.
Still not going to get a curtsy
I mean,
out
technically,
of me.
he did save your life. It would be one of the least things you could do in return.
At least one time.
You were my companions, and as such, are above such formalities.
I curtsy again.
You can curtsy. Red, I'm just going to hug you.
How difficult would it be for the three of us to become dukes as you are?
How about a lord?
Becoming a lord would be considerably easier. Usually some feat of renown or service to the kingdom would earn you some lands and perhaps a title. Becoming a duke would require a fair amount more service and time.
I'm just I'm trying to think, because those dingleberries at the front gate there asked who we were, and I'd like to have some kind of cool name. I don't know, like the Dukes of Hazard or something cool like that. But if only one of us is a Duke, that doesn't really work.
We could certainly see about coming up with a title, or at least a name for such fine companions.
No, when we get to Nogrim, I'd like to request an audience with your father. Perhaps become a lord. I did save you in the forest, after all.
You did.
That's a feat.
Such a feat could, at very least, grant you an audience.
I mean, I think even just trying to turn into a dairy cow and all of a sudden you're a werewolf, that's a cooler feat to me.
And I'll kind of like look around
too.
and these things about like werewolf and be like, maybe not so much here.
Ixnay on the wolf.
I mean, yeah, no, I mean, yeah, you turn into a dairy cow, just like a normal dairy cow. That's right.
With fangs and claws.
Now,
Cows are
Shirley,
okay.
I don't quite remember. You're better at recalling history than I am. What was on that board that we were supposed to do in Deermeadow? Do you remember?
There was someone very vaguely required essentially bodies for a task, and not dead ones, live individuals. And there was someone here who was looking for help gathering alchemical regions as well.
You have the note, Maury.
Oh, we did take the
What?
note?
Yeah, you
Doesn't
guys took
mean
the
he
note,
read it.
and Maury specifically took the note.
Oh.
I must have misplaced it. I don't see it anywhere on my body.
Check your back pocket.
Like,
You
I'll-
always forget it back there.
Yeah.
My back,
Just kind of
and
like
I just kind of sheepishly look and slowly pull out a piece of paper, and I just hand it over to. Sure, sorry about that.
that's all right. So it says here that a non-kind in Deermeadow needs reagents, assistance in obtaining them, and then someone by the name of Mazim is looking for, again, muscle. Does not explain why.
I'll flex.
Well, I mean,
I got
here's
plenty
the
of muscles.
quandary. I
Sit
am
down, Timmy.
sick of doing alchemical. I'm sick of doing alchemical crap. But I think you might need some reagents yourself with the mushrooms, right, Juliet?
Yeah. I'd like to know what I can do with these things.
So it's kind of a twofer.
Well, like, I would like to see what both of these entail. If it's something as simple as perhaps Anon requires someone who can go to and from, maybe they need to focus on their studies. And as far as the muscle goes, I think we have ample, be it blade or just show of force that they're looking for. We can certainly accommodate either of these requests. But if it's safe enough, or they're both within the confines of the town, I feel safe enough that we could tackle both in a short amount of time.
I agree. Why don't we start with finding a nice tavern inn and just mentioning those two names and see what kind of reaction we get. Maybe we'll know
Wonderful.
what kind of people we're dealing with.
You know I love a good tavern.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'll just kind of like nab the next, person walking by, just kind of like, excuse me, which way to the tavern?
Oh yeah, you'll probably be looking for a Dash and Deer Inn. It's that building up over there.
Thank you very much.
All right, then. We'll see you later.
Good day.
Random NPC number 3.
The weirdest thing, I talked to a bird, the one that told us about the dead body, who
Yes.
sounded exactly like that. The birds are from here.
Deja vu.
That's quite possible.
How
Deermeadow.
much of those wine bottles do you have left?
2? 1.5? Maybe 1? I'm not sure. I lost count.
All right, that seems accurate.
Julia,
there-
roll a d4.
Roll a what?
Roll a d4.
Okay.
You guys can keep talking.
I was just going to say, so the main exports from Deermeadow are like hides or meat from hunting, correct?
Yep, and they're actually also well known for their distillery here.
Distillery, that's what the other thing was. Couldn't...
Yeah, you drank all your wine.
Maybe no more bottles of wine? I'm not sure.
Well, that's probably because of those nasty little measles. And like I
Oh,
like
no,
kind of scratch at some of the, like puncture marks around my neck.
They were pretty much gone before we met the measles, but
That was the
I think
That might explain a few things.
So you're saying I shouldn't drink on the job? Okay,
I think that's probably a good idea.
I'll try my best.
All right. So head to the tavern
Okay.
and see about securing a room.
Okay. As you guys begin to walk up to the Dash and Deer Inn, from the outside, it's pretty humble, cheerful, and looks pretty warm. Soft wooden planks and thick hard wooden logs make up most of the exterior structure. It's difficult to see with inside, but you kind of can feel and kind of get a sense of like there's some good vibes going on here at this place. As you walk through the heavy wooden door, you're welcomed by the aromas of freshly roasted meats and excitement from the various different clientele. Behind the bar, you see a dwarven man drying off a mug he's just cleaned, prepping for his next kind of round of customers. And there's a couple of other different individuals here, people enjoying a good time with the family or with friends. It's a pretty nice, easygoing atmosphere.
I'll go up to the dwarf behind the bar.
Hi.
Hey, brother. Can we get a round of milk for everybody in the place?
Damn it! You got to me before I could.
You want milk?
For everybody in the
I mean, I can check and see what I got in the back, but that's not really what we normally give around here. And as you kind of look at this guy, he's very, very strong-looking dwarf, like very large, like forearms as big as quads, basically. Like he's been like working here at the bar for a very long time. He actually has an eye patch over his left eye, kind of long, kind of well-groomed and manicured-looking beard. And you actually see sitting not too far behind him, you actually see a dog that's just kind of laying on top of the bar, and it's just kind of like they're kind of generally kind of just sniffing around, like kind of chewing on some different meats and stuff like that before it eventually just also just kind of tilts over and kind of like goes back to sleep. It's got these big kind of long, huge mutton chops with two little teeth that kind of come out from the bottom of it, and he goes, and the bartender goes, yeah, I'll go check in the back for you. Hold on. And he kind of walks off into the back. Fudge, watch everybody, all right? And the dog just goes, and just kind of falls back to sleep.
The dog's name is Fudge.
The dog's name is Fudge.
Love it.
I would love to talk to Fudge eventually.
And after a little while, the dwarf individual comes out and goes, we got some goat's milk if you want some of that, but that's about all we got here.
That's fine. I didn't
All right.
specify.
All right, well, all All right.
We got milk.
Cat's
Yeah.
milk earlier.
He goes and pours it out, and it looks relatively fresh. No chunks or lumps like you like, but it's milk. That'll be 1 copper.
1 copper for everybody in here to have milk.
Oh, you want everybody to have? This is all I got.
I guess I'll just have some.
All right.
You'll have to get to work, Timmick. I'll introduce myself. I am Shirley of Nulgrim. Might I ask your name, good sir?
Tormir Steel Boots. Nice to meet you, Mr. Shirley. You're the Duke's boy, huh?
Indeed.
Ah. Well, still gonna pay for the same prices. I hate to say it, but appreciate having you here. Can I help you with anything?
Actually, we're looking for, and I'll kind of turn to the group. 2 rooms?
2
Yep.
rooms? Yeah, it shouldn't be too hard to kind of rustle up a couple rooms for you. Let's see what I got here. And he kind of like, yeah, I've got 2 more left. They're gonna cost you 5 copper for the night for each one.
All right. No.
All right.
Is
Fudge 3 and 4. Make sure it looks good. And you kind of just see the dog going, and you kind of see him kind of like, he jumps off the top of the bar and he just like lands like solid, like you can kind of feel like it. Not a small dog. And he kind of goes over. He like goes and grabs like 2 small like sets of keys off of like this like little area off the bottom of the bar, and kind of just like starts like, and kind of starts trotting his way up the stairs.
I want him.
Heal him. You won't.
I won't steal a dog from its home, but I want one just like him.
So steal that one.
we're not stealing anything. We
I'm
just
not
got
stealing
here.
I'm not stealing the
Wants the
dog.
dog. She wants it now.
Oh, I'll ask Tormir while they're arguing about stealing his dog right in front of him.
Oh, I don't want the dog.
Any notable news?
Um,
Uptown?
Not really. There's there's a performance over at the Silverlight Theater. Some weird play about 3 witches or something. I don't know, but there's nothing really going on here. I mean, if you can give me a little more something to work with, people come through here, but I don't really, I'm not too pressing on like kind of, too much of what they got going on. I mean, I can't. Things can't be choosers,
I understand. You're a busy man with a business to run.
Yep.
Just wondering about the current situation, how things are in town. Have you noticed the weather?
Yeah, it's been a little weird. Don't care for it being this. I like the winter. It's usually means more people can come in here, honestly. But this has been okay. It's been a bit warmer. Fudge doesn't like it too much. Granted it's fall, but it's kind of weird. I haven't really heard much about it though, and why it's happening. We just must be.
Yeah.
I don't know. Must be skipping winter this year for some reason. I don't know.
Right. I was just wondering if have you ever experienced this before?
Nah, never. This has never happened before. It's kind of weird.
All right. Well, thank you.
Yeah, sure.
We'll take those 2 rooms, and
Well,
then-
Fudge is already heading up on over there. If any of you want to follow him.
okay. And like I'll kind of like motion for Timmick or somebody to just the dogs
I'm already up the stairs.
Oh, okay. All right. And then we'll take whatever the special is for dinner, as well as a couple of strong drinks from a hard day's commute.
Absolutely. I got a couple of things that I can make up for you. You a whiskey guy?
I am indeed.
All right. He just kind of takes up an unmarked bottle of some brown, like, looking liquid, like not labeled, nothing, and just kind of pours out. How many you want?
I'll take 4.
4? All right. He makes up 4 fairly large glasses of whiskey, like you've seen a typical rocks. He fills it kind of like all the way to the top. And he's like, all right. That'll be 8 copper.
I'll slide him the. Well, let's see. For how much for the food?
Oh, for the food? How many y'all eating?
We'll say. Well, there's 4 of us, but we'll probably end up eating enough for 5, so we can get a.
All right, that's just another 5 copper.
All right, and then I'll pay that as well.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I guess I gotta go cook now.
Thank you.
Oh. He kind of just turns around. You kind of see like a little bit of almost like a little cooking pot and stuff like that, kind of all set up behind him, and he starts kind of beginning to kind of organize some stuff for your guys' food.
Right.
I'm petting Fudge.
You're
I am
paying
upstairs.
Fudge?
Petting.
Petting Fudge.
I'm following. Yes, I followed him up the stairs.
Okay. Fudge leads you up a set of stairs, and he actually kind of waddles his way. And you can kind of like, he almost like, he doesn't fart when he walks, but you can kind of hear like a little, like, he squeaks one out every once in a while, like, and as he kind of continues to move down the hallway. But he leads you to 2 adjacent rooms with carved into them the numbers 3 and 4, kind of almost like whittled in and like carved in with a knife. Like very crudely done, but hey, it works. And he kind of like throws one key at one door, and it actually, the little ring actually flies up and lands right on the little door handle, and then he just, and then goes and throws it up and does the same. And then he just kind of like sits there and goes, "Rawr."
Of course, I can talk to him. You know that I could talk to him.
Yeah, I know you can. You're gonna talk to every animal in this campaign. I get it.
Oh, absolutely.
He was ready for this one.
Mm-hmm.
The second I got the evocation.
Yep.
Have you seen anything strange around here, Fudge?
Hmm? Is that you?
Anything? It is. I can hear you. You can hear me.
Oh. That's weird.
It's not.
I mean,
That's the weird thing he's seen.
Have you seen anything strange? Smelt anything weird?
well, this is strange.
Beside this is normal.
The 4 of you kind of smell funny.
I promise, it's just Timmick, and it's only because he really likes spoiled milk. That's beside the point.
I'm not even there to defend myself.
You are not.
Jeez. Come on, tell the dog how you really feel.
Anything that you'd like to tell me about? Anything you've seen that's
Well, I see
weird?
lots of things.
What kind of thing?
People, things.
Well, never mind then, Fudge. I'm gonna pet him on his head and
I
carry
do
on.
good.
You're such a good boy.
Yeah, good boy.
I'm just gonna go in my room for a while.
You guys are like, okay, bye, lady.
Good dog. Dumb as a bag of bricks.
Yep. Only smart in certain ways.
He's well trained. We'll give him that.
As we're sitting there waiting for our food,
Mhm.
are there any suspicious-looking groups of people? Not necessarily like suspicious, but interesting people that I may want to eavesdrop in on their conversation.
Sure. Go ahead and give me a perception check. 15. You actually do see, as you're kind of sitting there looking around, you actually do see there's an individual that's kind of like very well armored. They actually are kind of wearing some kind of scale mail with some leathers. They have kind of like a leather brimmed hat. They have kind of long black hair, and the hat kind of like hides their face a little bit. They look like they're very well packed too. They have like a large backpack with traveling attire and stuff like that. And she has like a large sword kind of like leaning up against the seat next to her as she kind of sits there. But she kind of just like eyes everyone that kind of like has been walking to the bar. And she's actually kept her eyes on the lot of you as you guys have all came in.
I'm just going to try and get somewhat close. Not suspiciously close, but close enough to try and overhear if she's talking with her fellow compatriots about anything.
Well, she's actually sitting alone, and she's actually sitting in kind of like the corner of the establishment, kind of surveying. Or yeah, she's kind of surveying around, looking at everyone. She's not hiding it either.
She's just kind of like, So if I like kind of see like the way he's looking or whatever, do I notice like does she have like any kind of like markings or is her blade like an identifying thing?
Not really. Honestly, she's kind of like, she looks like she's some sort of a possibly an adventuring type or a nomad. She doesn't wear any specific kind of regalia or anything like that. No signs or anything. The sword that she wields is just kind of a standard looking short sword. Like nothing seems really all that special about it, but she seems like she's very well prepared, armored, decked out, whatever the case may be.
Okay, yeah. Then I think probably what I would do is like take most of my gear up to the room or whatever, because and like as I come back down, I'll be like, we are going to rest for the evening before seeking our possible employment, correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. And then when the food gets there, I will take the second plate and the whiskey, and I'll like kind of like motion for another round, and then I'll go sit over with her and introduce myself.
As you begin to kind of approach, she kind of just looks up at you and motions for you to go ahead and sit in the seat across from her.
So I slide one of the, servings to her, and I'll take a sip of the whiskey and wait for, like I did get you one as well, but I've heard good things about the distilleries around here, and I've never had a chance to try them myself.
Yes, they are well known for that around here. Who are you? For a group of you so armed, I'm curious.
My name is Shirley. I'm from a little north of here. Might I ask yours?
The Duke's son. I had a feeling.
My reputation precedes me.
A little bit. My name is Anon. Anon Kine. But I'm sure you already had a feeling that I'm pretty sure you had a feeling that you might have known that. Or maybe you got my note from somewhere.
We did indeed find your note in...
Full bear pub.
The Full Bear, thank you.
Wood.
I went... I don't know what I was looking for. I knew it was bear something. But yes, we found your note at the Full Bear. We had planned on resting this evening and then coming to see you on the morrow. If the offer still stands.
Oh, the offer still stands. But I'm not looking for any alchemical reagents or anything like that. I just wanted to see if you were actually, or whoever picked up the note would actually be serious about trying to find me.
No.
Seems you are. I have a job for you. It's a little bit more dangerous than just finding some stupid plants. Hope that doesn't scare you too much.
We're looking to build a reputation, but we are in a bit of a hurry. Might be stretched, but we are on a time crunch.
Well, luckily what I need you to do for me is not too far from here. I need you to go hunt something down. Something dangerous. Something that's not for any of the guards or anything like that around here can do much about, but if this thing continues to live, it's going to be a problem for the people out here, and I can't have that. I can't do it by myself, so I need a group like yourselves to kind of go out there and take care of it for me.
So is this something you do for economic reasons, or you fancy yourself a folk hero?
There's a number of different reasons. Some of it's trying to help protect this town, or any town that I kind of walk through. Don't get me wrong, I do gain a pretty penny from taking care of different issues like this myself. But after kind of scouting out the area, I've found this one to be a little bit too much of a challenge for me by myself. Sometimes I'll, how you want to say, subcontract some of the things that I'm paid to do. In exchange, you will get paid for it. Handsomely, I might add. And, I don't know. Maybe I'll spread the word that the Duke's son is going around doing some good deeds. Things of that nature. I travel in certain circles. I might be able to help you out.
I appreciate that. I will consult with my companions. It was a pleasure to meet you. Will you be spending the evening here, or is there somewhere else we can call on you?
I'll be spending the night here, but I plan on leaving fairly early in the morning. Don't think about this too long, like you said. You're in a hurry. I am in a hurry too.
Understood. And I'll just small chat, what have you, finish up eating, and then go rejoin companions at the other table.
Okay.
I would have just been coming downstairs by the time he got back to the table.
Okay.
So what did she have to say?
That is a non-kind.
Ah, the one we're gonna get the reagents from. All right. Did she give us any hint from what she's gonna be looking for, what she's trying to make?
Well, there was a bit of a ruse as far as that goes. She's looking for muscle as well, apparently. But she wanted someone who was going to be serious enough to make the trip from Timberwood to Deermeadow to assist with her problem. There's apparently some sort of creature that may become an issue for Deermeadow. And she has a reputation, I think, to keep. But she is not able to defeat this creature on her own.
Well, I don't. I do get a bit excited hearing that there's a creature afoot that needs to be taken care of, but I'm not a big fan of someone who plays games with me. Do you think she's a straight shooter, or I just worry about somebody who starts a relationship off with falsities?
That's the point.
Yeah, can I roll insight to see if I personally, I feel like she's honest. I feel like she ran across something that was out of her league, and instead of letting her pride get the better of her, she found a way to attract some interested parties.
Yeah, I understand that, but I guess of paramount concern to me is she posted looking for some errand boys to pick mushrooms, basically, and now all of a sudden she wants some people that can kill a beast. That's a different subset of people altogether. You know, what if a couple of alchemists had showed up to go play out in the woods, and all of a sudden she's like, hey, go kill this monstrosity. Just be upfront with me at first. Hey, I got a nasty thing in the woods. I want it killed, and I want some people to do it. I would have signed up for that anyway.
Same.
But I do trust you, though, and you up to this point, you've been fairly well at reading people, so I'll go along with it. I just wanted to put my concerns out there in front of you and just be upfront.
I appreciate that very much. Your intuition seems good to me as well. I appreciate communication. I will assume any responsibility and Juliet?
Oh, okay, I thought you. I have two things. One, can we do this tomorrow, or do we have to do it tonight?
She said it'll be tomorrow morning, early.
Next thing, are we getting paid?
Yes.
Good, I'm in. But before we do this, I am going to be leaving you guys for a while. I want to go shopping and maybe to the theater, because that sounds interesting.
All right.
Dale likes the shows too.
Dale, you may come with me if you want.
Nah, he doesn't. He's not going with you.
Then you want to go
If he wants to see the shows, I'll go with him. But we're not going.
Then I'm going to...
Man, you're a dick!
Quiet down, Dale.
I will kiss all three of them on the cheek, and I am going to exit the pub. Tavern. In.
Okay.
Stay out of trouble.
I won't.
No. Just remember, we're not there to save you.
I can save myself.
Have you even fully healed since you died earlier today?
No. And I will leave with the no.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Well, does anyone else have anything they want to do?
Could eat some more.
I think I'm gonna call it a night. Say, I don't like the words early when someone says I'm going on an adventure. So I'm gonna rest up and make sure I'm prepared.
Sounds like a plan.
Gentlemen,
I'm gonna do the same. I'll just Timmick, if you need any help, you know where to find us.
All right. I'll make my way after I finish eating towards the theater to make sure Juliet's not getting into any trouble, and I'll just wait outside up against the side wall or something.
Okay. All right, Juliet, where to first?
I'm going to look for a new dress.
You're gonna go look for a new dress. Okay. Go ahead. And no, I'm just kidding. So there's a couple different places you can go for that specific kind of thing. Let me just pull this up. Most of the things here, most of the things that people are known for here is more for medicinal and alchemical and distillery type, businesses. But you are able to find a tailor in the town. And let me just pull this up here.
Yes, I get his dress list out.
Yes, I actually do. So you are able to kind of pull up. You actually do find one that is you actually can find a storefront called the Purple Thread. As you kind of walk up towards it, you actually do find inside. You find a small gnomish woman. She is actually currently in the processes of kind of like taking care of a couple of different pieces and swatches that she's kind of sewing up. You actually do see on display a number of different kinds of different dresses, in addition to other just kind of general clothes and stuff like that. She just kind of looks up at you and goes, "Oh, hi, how are you?"
Just fine. How are you?
"Oh, I'm good. What can I do for you there, miss?"
I'd like to see your dress collection.
"Oh, yes. Most of them you can kind of see here, kind of all just kind of spread about. Is there any kind of particular dress you're looking for?"
Something that is flattering to my waistline and maybe something pink.
That into your waistline and something pink. Okay. We don't get called much for pink around here, but let me see what I can find for you. And she kind of begins to kind of, you can kind of see she almost has like these, in addition to having the dresses, they're kind of hung up very tall. And you actually see that kind of she surrounds the perimeter, a number of different, there's a couple of ladders here and there. And she actually climbs up on one of them and almost like Belle in like Beauty and the Beast style, kicks off the wall and slides on the ladder down to a set of dresses that she kind of starts digging through. And she goes, no. What kind of pink are you looking for?
A light pink would be nice. Like pastel.
Oh, good, because that's what I have. I don't have any other. I have the pastel pink. I don't have an. We don't get much for pink here, for whatever reason. But she kind of pulls down what appears to be a very kind of. It might be flat into your waistline. It's actually a very foofy kind of dress. It's got like kind of ruffles and stuff like that on the shoulders. It's a ball gown. It's a ball gown that's like kind of very big, humongous looking poof to the skirt portion of the dress. But that's what she has. She goes, I've got this. This is the only like pink thing that I have right now. But I could make you something. That's something I could do for you. Unless you're looking for something to wear tonight. I don't have I don't call for pink here very much.
I will
Got a
take
little purple. You'll take it?
Yes.
Wonderful. Oh. And she kind of kind of brings it down. It's kind of funny because it's about like 4 times the size of her as she kind of like brings it down and kind of like almost loses herself in the skirt portion of the dress and kind of brings it down and goes, okay, let's see here. Oh, this is I've had this one for a while, so 4 silver should cover it. If that's what you're if that's okay with you.
I hand her a gold piece, and I tell her I see if she could make me a dress that's like strapless and flattering and also pink.
Okay.
And short.
Of course. Definitely. I can get on this for you right away. It'll take me about 3 or 4 days, but I should be able to make something along those lines. So you said strapless, pink, the same color pink here, like the pastel pink or something. Okay. Pink and you said short?
Yep.
Short. Okay. Let me just take a couple measurements here really quick, and we'll be able to kind of make it kind of custom piece for you. What you gave me will cover all of this, and it's already paid for in advance, so great. This is even better. And she kind of quickly, kind of goes around and takes a bunch of different measurements and stuff like that and gets everything, kind of jots it down. So, okay, anything else? Would you like maybe a hat or something to go with it, or?
No hat.
Okay.
I'm just gonna like change into the dress, and then I'm going to the hair.
Okay. So it fits. It does cinch kind of towards the middle, so it does kind of accentuate the waistline. It's a little loose, because it's made for it seems like it might be made for more of a like a taller like human female or something like that. So kind of your like more petite form it's you're not swimming in it, but like it's a little bit looser, but it does kind of cinch in kind of like at the waistline and stuff like that. It looks elegant.
Okay, that's all that matters.
Okay.
Do I see Timic? Oh, sorry.
Perception check. Timic, are you trying to hide?
Well, I was waiting a little bit until the show started.
Okay.
So I'm not outside of the dress shop.
No, she doesn't.
I'm probably
even
still
notice
back at the tavern eating.
Yeah, she also doesn't even know that you're even, like, even if you do end up going to the theater, she'll never know you're there. Where to next?
She's too enthralled by the new dress.
So, like, it's so floofy.
It is floofy. You see all these like these ruffles. There's kind of like a little bit of a corset that kind of like has like a little bit of white lace that kind of comes around here, with some ties that kind of come in towards the middle, that kind of like are able to cinch it down. And you can foof that thing all over the place. It just flows, and you're not dragging it on the ground or anything like that. It's not quite made for you, but it works.
Essentially what she's doing. And I'm going to the theater to go see the movie about the 3 hags or whatever.
They play about the 3 hags. Okay.
Yes.
So you make your way over to the Silverlight Theater. From the outside, you actually see a fairly large dome-shaped, almost white, almost pearlescent colored building with a kind of green spire that kind of comes out the middle, that rises from the top, that sprouts out these like leaf-like projections that kind of come out at the top. There are also a number of different designs depicted on the exterior of this building. Various knights preparing for battle, 2 star-crossed lovers embracing one another, and a depiction of an elven-looking individual standing alone with his finger pointed up towards the sky. Outside, you actually see a number of individuals excitedly milling their way into this large dome structure. Many different social statuses and dress and attire. Some people appear very squalid with not much to their name. Others appear to be dressed in a myriad of finery, wispy silks, colorful fabrics, and various items of wealth, such as necklaces, rings, and they're all milling together on their way kind of into this event. As you kind of take yourself and you bring yourself in, you actually see a very large balcony that kind of encompasses the entire surrounds of the theater. And you actually see, as you walk in, 2 staircases that kind of go up to the right and left. And you actually see the more wealthy people kind of gathering their way and kind of ascending these 2 staircases, while the less wealthy individuals are kind of gathering at the foot of this large stage that's actually the focal point of this theater. At the base of the stage are 2 doors on either side, and as you look up, you actually see that opening that you saw from the exterior, and you actually look up, and it is actually an opening. It actually lets in some light from where these leaf-like projections were, and you can actually see the light of the moon starting to shine through, kind of augmenting the light that shines here on the stage that, with even some of the torchlight that's here, it still is providing some light to this stage, and hence the name Silverlight Theater. The room is abuzz with the excitement in the performance that is about to occur. Where would you like to sit?
I'm gonna go with the snooty people. I'm gonna be snooty.
People. Okay. As you kind of begin to walk up the steps, given your attire, no one seems to bat an eye, and they assume that you're some sort of from some sort of wealth and finery, so they have no issues. As you begin to kind of sit down, you settle down next to a couple of different individuals, a man and a woman kind of looking like they match, ironically. They're both wearing this like kind of deep blue kind of colors. One wearing a very similar poofy style looking dress to the one you're wearing. And the man is wearing what appears to be a nice like looking coat with long coat tails with brown kind of nice looking slacks. And he actually has kind of a white wig, ironically, that he's kind of sporting. Like very, very snooty people. Is there anything you would like to do before the performance begins?
No, I'm just going to watch the performance.
Okay. All right. The performance begins, and you, after kind of conversing with a couple of individuals, you find out that this play is actually called The Witches of Fortune. The play begins with a group of 3 female actresses appearing on stage. They gather around a small cauldron in the back alleyway of a bustling city that is staged up there, and begin to perform an engrossing dialogue on how they're going to be concocting a love potion. One is dressed up in a green and black dress with red curly hair, almost looks like the shape of a heart, and she's got 2 rather large kind of front bucked white teeth. Another dressed in red with long straight white hair with a red cape, and another larger one with brown curly hair that's styled almost like the tip of an ice cream cone that comes up the side, also wearing a red dress as well. The audience is engrossed. You find out that these women are witches, and they are indeed sisters. They're hoping to actually trick the local lord into falling in love with them, all 3 of them actually. It's very engrossing. It's hilarious. They're constantly making fun of each other at one another's expense, and the audience is laughing it up, and it's really quite an awesome performance. At one point, one of the sisters, dressed in green, which you now know to be Minifred, actually says, "Now stand back! With this final ingredient, our potion will be complete." And she takes this drop of some unmarked liquid that she has, and she drops it into the cauldron. And a large poof is heard. But a big, giant puff of smoke billows out the cauldron, filling the entire theater. As the dust begins and the smoke begins to settle, as one of the other 2 actresses step back, almost startled by the much larger boom than they expected. As the smoke settles, Minifred lies on the ground with a sword impaled in her chest. The 2 actresses scream. The audience begins to panic, rushing out the door. And that's where we're going to leave it tonight. So, something happened at the theater. So, anyway, hope you guys all had fun tonight.
That was so good.
Yeah.
I need better music than this. So yeah, sure, we're just gonna use that. But yeah, that's gonna actually wrap up today. If any of you guys, I want to thank the millions of people, DM the Dark, the Mark Knight again for hosting us once again at the end of his stream. Dark Dre Mayer, C-Mac 1993, Mr. Cuckoo, Last Rain X, Last M, Support Main 123, Fedzinator, Chav Hunter, Bunny Green. There's a lot of people that actually follow between last stream. Bunny Green UWU, Ijadem, Karak DM, Demented Logic, Perish Softly, X, a bunch of letters, and many more. I want to thank you guys for coming and hanging out with us. Again, if you guys want to check out any of the cool stuff, any of the stuff that we do on socials and stuff like that, there's links down there. I believe Ben and Ashley will also throw some of their links in the chat before they leave as well. If you guys are interested in any of the one-on-one Dungeon Master prep kind of consultation and coaching, there's a link for that down there as well. There's also links for all the stuff that we use to kind of make this whole stream happen, all that kind of fun stuff, beginner books and all that kind of fun stuff. But I want to say thank you all for coming to hang out with us, and until next time, happy gaming.
Bye.